what do you see is the disconnect in Washington is versus what they're discussing that's important versus what everyday Georgians are really concerned about?
And I'll tell you, there is a huge disconnect between the silly and cynical arguments that happen in DC and the conversations that are happening around people's kitchen tables, especially in the middle of a global pandemic. As we've seen record unemployment in this country, and right now we have a United States Senate that has gone on vacation as if their job has been done.
Why is the U.S. Postal Service under attack?
That's a very good question. Why is the President of the United States attacking the Postal Service? Last time I checked, the Postal Service was neither Democrat or Republican. It is a nonpartisan entity, and all of us rely on it. But this is not just about the election. Certainly that's important, vote by mail. We need vote by mail in the middle of a pandemic. People shouldn't have to choose between preserving their life and preserving their vote. But veterans are served by the Postal Service. Our elderly are served by the Postal Service. This is a problem in the lives of ordinary people. It has been contrived and created, unnecessarily so, by a leader who seems to thrive on chaos.
For young people and people who are of age to vote, or people who have never voted, how important is it for them to let their voice be heard by exercising their right to vote?
Well, I want to say, first of all, how exceedingly blessed we were that John Lewis passed our way. He arranged for the New York Times to have an essay as his last statement to this generation on the day of his funeral. And he reminded us that we have to stand up. And so we're at an inflection point in our country. I'm inspired not only by John Lewis, but I see a multiracial, multi-generational coalition of conscience pouring out into American streets. Folks marched this summer in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of a virus, in order to wage war against the virus of racism. And in that, I find hope. And we just have to continue that march all the way to the polling booths this November.
Christy Lattimore Staple, WLTZ, First News.